Hi there, Libra. Welcome to Dragon Tail Tarot. My name is Ariel, and I will be doing your astrology and tarot reading for the period of August 21st through 31st. This is a general reading, so it will not resonate with every single Libra on the planet. If the messages do resonate for you, then those are definitely meant for you. And if they do not resonate for you, then they are meant for another Libra, and you should just disregard those. This will be correspondent to Libra Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising, and all cross watchers for Libra are very welcome to hang out with us as well. While you're thinking about it, reach out, click that like button, click that subscribe button, give it a dragon claw up, and be sure to keep an eye out for readings in the future for you. So I'm going to start your session today with pulling a general tarot card from the Major Arcana to give me a major theme for what's going on with you for this period of August. And then I will be also pulling one card from the Spirit Animal deck to see which spirit animal is most closely aligned with you right now. Dear angels, guardians, helpers and healers, divine beings of light, I ask for your influence and guidance as I do this reading for the period of August 21st through 31st for the Sun, Venus, rising sign and moon of the sun sign of Libra. Please give them protection and me as well to our energies as we do this reading, and I ask for the clearest and most accurate messages to come through for their highest good. Thank you. Okay, Libra, well, I felt two come kind of off the top. I was only going to do one, but we're going to do two for you guys. So the Hierophant comes out, and so does the Hangman. So to me, the Hierophant is very much about spiritual commitments, grounding, stability, some kind of commitment that you're thinking about. It's a deeper spiritual life. It can sometimes indicate marriage or a divine marriage with spirit. So it's something you're taking very seriously, and because the Hanged Man is coming there, you may feel a little bit, not surprising for Libra, but yeah, a little undecided or maybe a little unsure. Should I take this next step? Should I deepen my commitment to this area of my life? So, you know, just kind of, this is definitely telling you to be at peace with kind of being in that more indecisive or in between time period right now, from August 21st to 31st. Just give it a minute. Don't rush. Don't push the river. We're in a waning moon cycle right now, so things are more on the decline and on the, you know, the waning energy. So don't worry about building something up right now, because this is the time when we're kind of letting go of things and clearing things for the next pattern of energy. Ooh, personal choice, Libra. This is a really interesting card in the Spirit Animal deck, because this is saying that whatever animal you feel most aligned to is the one that you should be paying attention to right now. So it says, close your eyes. What animal do you imagine? What strengths are they known for? What wisdom do they share? Embrace those qualities. So Libra, it's rare that that one comes up, because there's only one of those in the whole deck. And so this is telling me that, you know, if you're seeing a specific animal in your life more often, or you just keep noticing it, whether it's a bird or a snake or a bat or a butterfly or whatever it could be, that's what's presenting itself to you in a very powerful, very personal way, which is quite beautiful. So whatever that's giving you, whatever that, you know, energy that you feel when you think of it, what that feels like to you, and what wisdom or what messages that it's sending to you, use that when it comes to this feeling of indecision about, you know, should I commit deeper to some area of my life or not? And it may give you kind of the clarity and the guidance that you need to go forward in the future, the near future too. So what's coming up for you astrologically over this next 10 days is really so much Virgo energy is moving into play with us very, very quickly and very rapidly. We actually are going to, by the end of August on the 30th, we're going to have 5 planets all in Virgo for a couple days. So it's going to be very intense that way. Mars is shifting to Virgo, the Sun will go into Virgo, Venus into Virgo, and Mercury. And so by the end of August, it's all there. It's all traveling through there. And because your the Venus sign is involved in that, Venus moving, your ruling planet, moving into Virgo, that tells a lot about what it's going to be meaning for you, Libra, because to me, you know, that's the sign that comes before yours. So this puts you in a very, very sensitive position right now, and going into the beginning of September you'll also feel it, but especially right now because it's all starting. This is the initialization of all those planets' movement into Virgo, which activates your universal 12th house of Pisces. So don't be surprised if you feel more sensitive, more intuitive, more psychic. If your dreams are very vivid, or if they are repetitive, or they keep bringing up kind of similar symbolism every night, and you're like, why does that keep telling me that? Start writing it down. It might mean something. If it doesn't make sense right now, it could make sense in the future, because Pisces is very psychic. It's very insightful. So this could also bring up a lot of sensitive emotions. Could be more depression, more sensitivity. You might cry easier, get upset easier. And I'd also say, you know, be careful around the kind of people that you hang out with, because you'll be absorbing their feelings like your own even more during this time of the year. So honor yourself, honor your space. Definitely make sure that you're not putting yourself in harsh or toxic situations that could be really rough on you spiritually and personally. At the same time, of course, Libra, you're doing just a lot of healing, a lot of interior soul work, shadow work, because of all that Capricorn that's been sitting in your 4th house. That is not new energy. The big periods that those would have really been felt is definitely, you know, about a year ago. This has been going on, and then about 7 to 8 years previous to that are big points of time where you would be feeling some of those deep, deep inner soul reworkings, new foundations being laid for you on your interior. So just be gentle with yourself at this point in the year, Libra, because it's kind of wrapping up your universal year astrologically. And so all Libras will be feeling that to a degree. Now your personal chart will have other things in it, but on the general universal for Libras, yes, you are definitely feeling that sensitive, cleansing, purging, and you're purging your spirit, you're purging your soul and your emotions, any kind of hurts or pains or things that you've gone through, you know, that especially over this past year that have collected. It's time to release, it's time to let go, and it's important that you do whatever you need to do to make that happen and to go along with the flow of that. If you're sensitive to, taking sea salt baths is really great for clearing the auric field, and just if you've had an icky day or you've been around people that have been really negative or tough for you to deal with, that's a good thing to do. Burn some sage, things like that. So I'm going to pull 3 cards from the astrology deck, and I'm going to just ask for the sun, moon, and rising points to just get some extra clarification and advice on those major points of the chart for you, Libra. Wow, okay, so the first thing coming up for the sun sign extra is the Yod, the Destiny card. Now what's interesting is this is a point in astrology called the Yod, and it's a mathematical combination of alignments of planets into 3 points separately, but basically it translates to like finger of God or finger of destiny. So this is really telling me that right now your sun, your conscious mind, is very focused on fulfilling some kind of destiny that's laid out before you. And the moon sign comes up as the earth element or stability. So what you're really angling for right now, Libra, is getting that deeper, grounded, rooted, safe, secure feeling. And the moon is always those needs, those deeper needs that we have inside. So, it's not just even about external factors. This is about how you feel within. It's like, and if those external factors can affect you within, then great, go ahead and do those. But what you're really looking for to feel, comfy, cozy, grounded and protected is that earthier element. So anything that you can do to, bring that out is definitely recommended. And so then for the rising sign, you have the 10th house coming up, which is the world. And the 10th house corresponds to Capricorn energy, just like we were talking about. And Capricorn is about laying those foundations. And this could also mean that what you're doing out in the world, because that rising point is what you project to the world. So with the 10th house coming up, this could be that you're looking more for the higher career, the higher purpose, and what you're doing by focusing that out, when you present yourself or when you talk to other people, is done with the goal of, advancing somewhere either in the career or in that, higher public image, what you would like people to perceive and see you as more often. All right, Libra, so now I'm going to go ahead and pull some tarot, and we're going to look into some of the deeper patterns over this last period of August for you. Libra, so definitely this is definitely a time of turning in and honoring your sacred space. Absolutely, look at this. So here in the very center, there's that Four of Cups. So this is all about turning in, and the Osho Zen, because you can see on the outside of her, she's got all those voices that are kind of trying to distract her, but she's allowing herself not to tap into that, and instead she's really just going with the flow. And this is a very active card for you right now, because that Knight of Wands is coming up over it. So it's a little bit funny. It's like you could be actually a bit aggressive about seeking your peace. It's like, no, I need to meditate. I need to have time to myself. And you kind of have to put your foot down and use that fiery energy to say, no, I need this, and I'm claiming this for myself, and I'm not going to let other people ruin that for me. And it's something that you're moving forward, towards very rapidly. It's like you're really embracing that higher peace, that higher consciousness, Libra. This is a beautiful spread so far. So underneath the unconscious, here's that High Priestess coming up, the inner peace, the inner voice. And to me, this always says that, you're embracing your own intuition. Like I said, those psychic abilities, those dream abilities that, are really strong for you at this point of time. And that's really your unconscious side. That's what you need to know about your process right now. And I think in the past, you maybe have felt like you were locked out of that, like you couldn't access your deeper intuition. But now it's saying, don't worry anymore, because see, this kid, he's looking at the gate, and he's like, I wish I could go through there. And he's so focused on not being able to get through the gate that he doesn't see that the lock on the gate is actually open. So Libra, it's more of a mental block than a real block. It's really about a feeling more than a reality right now. So the other thing that I would say too is just going into your, recent past. There's the Sun, which is very, very positive, very strong, very victorious, and it's crossed over by the postponement. So it's kind of like, you've had to really rest. Even if there were good things coming into your life, you weren't able to fully enjoy them because you were really processing a lot of old stuff that you needed time, you needed, reflection to be able to, recover from some big bumps. It's not all tough, but it's been tough. And it's like, you gotta have time to just, breathe in, breathe out. So the strength's coming up. You are in this completion cycle. You are coming to that point where this puzzle piece is falling into place. I will say too, Libra, a lot of signs have had this card at some place in their readings this period of the year. And I think for a lot of people, there is a sense of completion right now. There's a sense of clearing and like, whew, I finally got through that. So it's same for you. And because this is on that top, it's that higher mind, higher intuition. You know, that's where your guides, your higher influences are leading you. Absolutely. Six of Cups overlays that. So, you know, there could be these sweet kind of feelings of nostalgia as well, brought up into that, you know, whole situation of completion. So going forward, here comes that Ace of Swords, very big, powerful energy, especially for you because that is an air element. It cuts through the fog, it cuts through the confusion, the indecision. Going into the immediate future, Libra, you're no longer confused. You know exactly what to do, and it's because you've been able to embrace that receptivity, that water, that intuition, that higher mind. And when you just know, you just know. And it's like, you know, instead of second guessing yourself, when you have that little intuition or that little voice in the head says, don't do that or do that, and you ignored it before, now when you don't ignore it, everything falls into place and the fog lifts and the clarity is yours. So I'm just going to go up this side and see what's coming up further out. Absolutely beautiful, Libra. I'm loving this reading so much. Oh my goodness. So coming up into the suggested approach is definitely to reach out to that earthy stability, to that feeling that you need from others. You absolutely deserve it because this is beautiful. This is, you know, all that stability, all that grounding, interconnection with other people, connecting more deeply with family members, friends that maybe you hadn't talked to in a long time, and suddenly it's like the barriers are a lot lower and they're not really holding you back anymore, because what was holding you back before from connection really was yourself and not trusting yourself, not trusting your own intuition. Yeah, because here comes that Queen of Swords. This is using the balance of intuition with the logical thinking mind to make decisions, and that's how that comes out. So this is also getting ready to be a creative time for you, Libra. Here comes that Empress card of creativity, and that is your energy because she's very Venus connected, very Libra Taurus connected. Anything that you've been meaning to do creatively is you really should start doing it now, because you're actually more sensitive, more emotionally open. Even though it may not feel the greatest, it's actually really conducive to getting out those feelings, thoughts. And yes, coming up on top of that card is the leap of faith. So this is beautiful. This is the beginning of something new that brings in that water. That's another cups, you know, there's that page. So it's like, take the jump. Don't overthink. Just do it. Just go for it. And so let's see what comes next here for you is going to be the integration card. And so for you, Libra, this is something that you've wanted to do, but it's also something you've been afraid to do. And that is definitely, again, the integration of both sides of your personality, the male and the female, the yin and the yang. It's all been something building up for you inside, and you say, you know, I really want to trust myself more. I've been hesitant to do so. Sometimes I feel like I've trusted my intuition, but then it led me astray. You know, so this is telling you that it's definitely recommended and safe for you to trust your own judgment yet again, but do so in a much softer, more intuitive, psychic kind of way, rather than having to think it all over and just worry yourself. Yeah, and have patience with the process, Libra, because there's that Seven of Pentacles crossing over that integration. So just, you know, give yourself a break. Don't feel like you have to figure everything out overnight. Give this a little time. Just like that Hanged Man in the beginning. It's like, don't push it. Just go with the flow. Go with the flow. Yes, and then here we go. At the very last, the suggested outcome is that beautiful, let's see, was it the Knight? No, you had the Page before, so that's the beginning, but this is the furthering of that. That Knight of Cups is going forward. This can also mean always, you know, love offers or relationship offers, just things in general shaping up. And then you've got the little Page of Pentacles. So this can definitely open up and lead to that greater stability. You know, if people who have hurt you come forward to ask for, you know, forgiveness from you, that's definitely something. You don't have to let them back into your life necessarily, Libra, if you don't want to, but, you know, give them a chance at least to just speak their piece. You know, maybe that'll have some healing in it for you as well. With that little bird coming through and the bars of the cage melting away, making way for a new emotional reality. Absolutely love this. It's a beautiful, beautiful spread. Very emotionally powerful, very, very strong on your intuition, Libra, with a real balance of, you know, clearer logic and also, you know, not worrying. You know, using the mind in a way that isn't giving into anxiety or fear, but instead embracing the higher mind and the higher way of seeing it. So I'm going to pull one card from the Mary Queen of Angels deck as a last bit of advice for you. Wow, so you pulled the God card, literally. I step out of the way and surrender any need for control in order to make room for God's healing love to flow through me and this situation. And so even if it doesn't matter if you're religious or not, to me the God energy is always that universe, that's ultimate spiritual connection of all living beings and you know, all of our spirits. So this is again telling you go with the flow. It's using the intuitive part of yourself instead of that worried, overthinking mind. So I absolutely love your reading, Libra. I'm wishing you all the best this month, and I will be back in very soon. I'll be doing beginning of September readings, full moon readings, and all kinds of good stuff. So I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.